Hey guys, how are you doing? So now that I have finished with Sunbreak's main story and well into the last grindy part, let's give it a review. I usually like to talk about its story, gameplay, graphics and music, but from experience I can tell you that these game's stories are more like an excuse to start hunting more monsters. However, Capcom knows how to hype the stories in a really cool way. And for the graphics, they are the same as the base game, so there are not many things to say about them. Just that I really like the design of the, let's call them, hidden monsters. So once that is out of the way, the main dish of this game, its gameplay. Was it good? Oh, definitely. Was extraordinary. It is a shame that many of the new monsters were shown, but either way, having to fight them with your skills was the best. Since the very beginning till the later monsters, most of them were a lot of fun. And what I enjoy the most is that even when we all had fought a good chunk of them, they followed World's formula, or at least I am using it as an example, where in high rank the monsters have specific moves, but in master rank they come up with completely different things, to the point where some monsters feel like they are completely different monsters compared to the base game. For me, the best example is Rajang. This monster was bullied so hard in Rise, but in Sunbreak it jumps, hits, moves, disappears, lands a nasty combo and that's it, you get carded. Or at least, for me, this is a good example of the changes done. For the monsters that weren't shown in the trailers and stuff like that, oh boy, once I saw them I was so hyped to go and wreck the heck out of them. And for sure, some of them were a really good challenge, and some others extraordinary tasks if you are just using HR equipment. One thing that I criticized so much about Rise was its lack of status, elemental stuff, and here at first glance seems like it was addressed so well, because there are many new skills to actually improve that kind of builds. Not just raw builds, but they added many weapons and skills to the point where I am really excited to start making mid builds. Those are the things that I really enjoy about Sunbreak. Now, for the stuff that could have been improved. Basically, as I mentioned, there are monsters that receive new moves, but even with that they feel like the same base monster. Not really exciting, to be honest, and one that made me feel quite bad about it was my freaking favorite monster, Lord B-52. It didn't really change compared with many others, and the same thing happened with other monsters. In my opinion, all of them should have been changed into much more aggressive behaviors, perhaps a little bit more erratic but powerful. And the second thing that made me a bit sad is that they just added two maps, which one of them is really small. The Citadel is extraordinary, I loved it, and I think that another one of these would have been an extraordinary addition. In general, for me, Sunbreak is a really good expansion. At first I thought something like, okay, seems like I am going to run out of quests kinda fast, but the game threw a good amount of them. And once again I thought, okay, seems like this may be the last push, and they throw much more. And they added, and if you finish a good chunk of them, they keep adding and adding quests. For me, Sunbreak is an 8.8. Really solid gameplay, extraordinary content overall, and I really recommend it if you want to keep brutalizing monsters day in and day out. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.